Welcome back to Ta-da! 3D printing. In a previous video, I showed printing the Melting Snowman by Fadzil on my Bamboo X1 carbon. This turned out really good, and I just really wanted to try it on the Prusa XL and scale it up. I had troubles coloring it in Prusa Slicer. I kept having issues with the face just kind of dragging the color funny when I was trying to do the eyes, and so I wasn't able to get it printed. But after I posted my video, I had a subscriber paint it and send me their file so I could print it. So thank you very much, Bryce and Jeanette. I did have to go in and change the colors just from the default of the orange, pink, blue, etc. to the white, black, and orange, just because I have a hard time when I go to put my filament in to remember which colors go where. So I try to just change that first. And this print will take just under an hour, 51 minutes. The other reason that I wanted to run this on the Prusa XL is just to kind of play around with the color changing. Since I've had such issues with these large prints and the colors not firing, I just kind of wanted to try something small and simple that is still multicolor. But this one printed fine, and this is how the comparison is. The Prusa XL is on the left and the Bamboo Carbon is on the right. The Bamboo did print okay. They both had some issues with the hat, with the overhangs on that. And the XL is just a little bit smoother on that top surface layer of the snow. You can see it's just real smooth and a little bit shiny. And on the Bamboo, it's just a little bit rougher. But you can see there the overhang is not perfect. But the colors all did print. I didn't have issues with that. Also, I did notice on the Bamboo that there's a little bit of a drag of black from that eye on the right back towards the head, and it almost looks like it goes all the way around, just a little bit of color shift, that it's a little bit gray. But overall, they're very similar. They both look good, except for the hat. But I did want to scale this up, so I went to 300%. I didn't add supports because I really thought that that hat had kind of a slow, smooth transition, so if I scaled it up, that it might be a little bit smoother and that I wouldn't have issues with that kind of overhang on the hat. With just stock settings, this is going to take a little under 9 hours. And as I'm looking through this, I'm really looking for the amount of waste or the tower. It does say the filament used on the wipe tower in inches, but then when I switch over to metric, it's just saying it in meters, and I really want to know in grams how much this wipe tower is going to be, just in comparison, because Bamboo does show their wipe tower. So I just wanted to be able to see this in Slicer, and maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I need to change my settings. It's probably right in front of my face, so let me know if I'm missing that. If there's a way to compare this in the slicers before I even run it. And a lot of times when I scale things up, that's where some of these funny things appear. So even though the first one printed okay, I was really curious to see this larger one, if my colors would still all fire. I don't have any issues with the orange or black or the white all going back and forth. As soon as I look at this, I wish I had put some ports on the hat, because you can see that it did have some troubles printing in midair. And I think probably because of that, there is some stringing on the tower as well. So I would definitely recommend to run supports for the hat on this. But it doesn't seem like any of that black drug into the print. Everything looks really good. And the detail on it is good, even scaling it up. I think that these lines or layer lines look really cool. I think they look like snow that's melting. And I'm really happy with this. I'm happy to see my different tool heads all working really well. And I know I've had a few comments of people saying that they would like to see some of these more simple, more boring prints printing, because I've showed so much of my XL not finishing. So some of these kind of shorter prints or less colors seem to be doing okay. And I'm trying to kind of figure out what the difference is in those longer prints. And then to compare the amount of waste, the Bamboo at 100% scale is going to be about 22 grams of waste between the amount flushed and the tower. It can't quite make it to the 300% scale, but if I go to the 250% scale, we're looking at a little over 55 grams in waste between the flushed amount and the tower. So that's quite a bit. And on the Prusa XL with the 300% scale, we're at just 7 grams of filament waste. And here they are all together. You can definitely tell that the bamboo is the one on the right just because it's a little bit rougher on that top layer, but they all turned out really good. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.